And welcome back to The Takeout. Former Congresswoman Mary Peltola is jumping into the race for the Alaska Senate seat. She's likely to face Republican incumbent Senator Dan Sullivan as Democrats look to flip 4 seats to retake the majority. Let's bring in our panel. Molly Ball is an independent political reporter and author. David Levinthal is a senior editor for The News of the U.S., and he's also a big Buffalo Bills fan, so congratulations on that. I no affiliation, but like watching Josh Allen play, so I'll give that to you. Cheering for the underdogs always. Dave, I'll start with you. This news of the Alaska Senate race, I mean, Democrats do have an uphill climb in Alaska and kind of across the map. But how important is this race now that she has gotten in?
Well, it's important on a couple levels. Number one, it's going to force Republicans who already at the Senate level, they got to deal with Ohio, they got to deal with Maine and North Carolina, places where they're going to have to spend a lot of resources to run good Senate races there. They're going to have to focus on Alaska now. And the former representative here, she held statewide office in Alaska in that single district. And she's pretty moderate, too. She's a blue dog Democrat and one who's going to have a message of freedom and fish. She loves to talk about local issues and is even just in her announcement today, she is bringing up the memories of Republicans who served in Alaska saying, hey, you know, remember Alaska first, make Alaska first, and not worry about partisan considerations later.
Yeah, we'll see if all politics can be local in that case. Molly, I mean, what's interesting to me about this race is that Democrats did get a big recruiting coup here. And I'm wondering if that signals anything that Democrats might be feeling heading into this midterm election. Is there anything kind of on the board that they're looking at that seems, at least at this point, to be kind of working in their favor?
Absolutely. Mary Peltola does not get in this race unless she feels like the political climate in 2026 is going to substantially improve from 2024, when, of course, she lost her reelection race.
And that's important to know. That's
she did lose her reelection race. That's why she's a former congresswoman. And Donald Trump won the state by double digits. So as Dave said, you know, Democrats have to put one of these red states on the board to have any chance of taking back the Senate. And her getting in is a sort of vote of confidence, saying you see the writing on the wall right now. You see it where the generic ballot is headed. Democrats have pulled ahead in the generic ballot in a lot of national polls at this point. Donald Trump's approval rating is low. The economy is how people are feeling about the economy seems to be trending downward. So all of those things add up to Democrats feeling like there might be a good enough political climate that a seat like this, although it is uphill, although I think Dan Sullivan is a strong candidate, a seat like this just might be winnable under the right conditions.
I mean, it's so interesting, too, because this morning you had Elizabeth Warren giving a speech about how she sees the future of the Democratic Party, and her argument was that Democrats need to lean more into the progressive argument on the economy and stay laser focused on economic issues. And you have this kind of battle going on about, you know, where the party should go. Lots of different ideas. There's kind of a vacuum because they've not done an official autopsy. Dave, I mean, I'm curious what you make of Warren's her message here and whether Democrats take that route.
Oh, she can definitely put that message out there, but that's not going to be a winning message all the places that Democrats need to win in the United States. We're just talking about Alaska, mentioned Maine a moment ago. They've got some action there in that state where the only way that they're going to win seats likely is going to be through a moderate Democrat, somebody who is a bit more of a centrist and certainly not somebody who is on the far, far left.
And, you know, while all the focus on economic issues, there's a ton of foreign policy news happening. We've talked about it all today, but we haven't mentioned Venezuela yet, which a week ago was the top news. The opposition leader is coming to the White House this week. Molly, I'm curious what you make of kind of how all of that plays politically as she comes here.
Well, the politics of all of this foreign policy, I don't think chaos is too strong a word, is that it has been seemingly the main focus of this White House really since the beginning of Trump's second term. And what you hear over and over again from swing voters, you know, out there in Real America or in focus groups and so on, is just that they feel the president is not focused on these economic issues that pretty much everyone agrees are the reason that he won back the White House in 2024. He is busy, talking about Venezuela, talking about Greenland, talking about Iran, talking about Cuba. And when he mentions the importance of lowering costs for Americans, it tends to be secondary or sort of a sidelight. So I think the political effect of what's happening in Venezuela is that Americans just wonder why we had to do this and what's in it for them. And that is that was a winning message for Donald Trump as well, right? He was so his sort of isolationist message was, why are we spending all of this blood and treasure overseas? Why aren't we focused on the American people? And the Donald Trump of 2024, who was so strong on that message, might have some questions for the Donald Trump of today.
The scripts have been flipped. We'll see. Molly and David, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.